Thailand. Give me a radio check. Roger that, over. Radio check. Roger that, over. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everything looks good on my end. Looks like we got a few people in the house already, 5 people watching. And Ling Ling talking about freezing, got a headache, not feeling well. What does she recommend? Just do what you can, Ling Ling. Don't overdo it. I was in such bad shape for over a month. I couldn't do anything but nurse myself, and thank God I got a beautiful wife to take care of me. But diet and exercise as soon as you feel like it, and then take it real, real slow. So I went and checked the audio and the video on the computer, and everything looked good. Give me a shout out if you think you can hear and see everything correctly. Good morning. I'll check the chat. We're just streaming directly on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus, Ultra Plus, right? So not doing any setup with the GoPro or anything. Got you on a gimbal, so I'm going to take you around and give you a tour. A lot of you guys have followed the In the Garden playlist on the channel, and you haven't seen that in a while, so show you the garden in the yard. Not going to give an inside the house tour. Beautiful Nam Yin still sleeping, but she'll probably wake up pretty soon. Your humble host, Triple T. Been up early again this morning, kind of my routine on this bounce back. I've got to get in better shape for travel to the United States this summer. Me and Nam Yin are going to America. Many of you know she got her 10-year tourist visa, so she's good to go to enter the United States and stay as long as 6 months. We're not going to stay that long, but it's exciting. This is going to be her first trip. Originally, we planned her first trip. Already had it set up, kind of working with the embassy to start getting the visa process done. That was February 2020. I think everyone remembers what happened in March of 2020. It shut it all down, right? So I think it's okay to say COVID now on YouTube. Everybody's saying COVID, you know. There was a while you couldn't say COVID. You had to say, you know, something synonymous. But the whole COVID era shut down our plans. So here we are, 2024, 4 years later. Now, I did go home last year, but I went home solo because there was still, you know, a lot of iffy stuff going on at the tail end of the COVID. So anyway, we're excited about that. But, man, now that I've let myself get out of shape, well, I say let myself, or letting, as my friend from Hoboken would say, because they can't pronounce "een," right? I-N-G, E-E-E-E-N, een. They say in, walk in, talk in. But letting, I really didn't let myself get out of shape. It wasn't voluntary. It was health issues. And when you've got an underlying chronic condition, incurable, kind of like I do, which was diagnosed back in 2012 through the Mayo Clinic and also Columbia University Hospital. It's got a real rare autoimmune disease called chronic inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy with predominant sensory nerve damage, right? It's a mouthful. When you've got anything chronic, it's whether it's post-surgeries, post-athletic injuries, you know, you've got chronic pain, chronic fatigue, you've got all this stuff you're going to live with, right? The definition of chronic. It's not going away. And then you get something on top of that. Well, I've been in Thailand 9 years, and last year and again this year, I've been exposed to some bacterial infections that are tropical in nature, and my immune system has a very difficult time getting rid of that stuff. So this time around, started in my kidneys. Went and had a bunch of tests done, urine analysis and everything. Had to go through the whole urinary tract infection part of it because it's in the kidneys, the bladder, and pretty scary, right? Ended up having to get IV antibiotics to finally get over it after multiple different targeted antibiotics. And then some of you might know that last year I had a horrible bacterial waterborne infection on the outer part of my ear. I'd never had an outer ear infection, not inner, right? Closed shut from the outside. So you got a little scratch inside your ear right here. The bacteria got in. That took me up 4 months. 4 months. But anyway, nevertheless, short story long, you know, we all have health conditions, chronic, and we're able to work through those and do our exercises. My good friend over in Phang Na, Bad Badger, him and I were chatting a little bit, and he's had, you know, shoulder, backs, pain. It doesn't matter what it is, it prevents you from doing your normal stuff. And, you know, Badger was telling me, you know, just start with walking, right? Which, because my feet are so bad, my neuropathy is like walking on broken glass. You know how your feet feel after a 12-hour shift on your feet, right? You come home from a long 12-hour shift, you barely got to sit down, you slip off your socks and shoes, and it's just madness, right? How painful your feet are. Now, I wake up in that condition, okay? As soon as my feet hit the floor, that's what it feels like. It'll always be that way. Now, I do take things that help with neuropathy pain, but I don't take any narcotics like I used to back in the States. They had me on a big pain management regimen, which really, really helped, but they have to increasing the dose, and then you get all this addiction, right? So I broke that 9 years ago when I moved to Thailand, do a lot of other stuff. Got a neurologist here at Bangkok Hospital in Pattaya, so you know, there's a limited amount of stuff they can do to kind of treat my pain symptoms, but I do a lot of natural holistic stuff. So anyway, now that I've gotten over that bacteria and I'm starting to bounce back, right? This is my favorite routine because it's low impact. I've got soft cushions here, right? Keeping everything low impact on my feet. It's a lot of upper body stuff, but I also put a chair out here and do a lot of squats. So I'm just now getting back into it, guys. So this is not going to be, you know, the entire live stream is talking about what I'm doing to try to recover from another yet serious bacterial infection, which I think I've got it cleared, although my last lab result, which was, shoot, a month after the IV antibiotics, I still had an elevated white count, about 17,000. So I'm not sure I'm out of the woods on it yet, but I am feeling better. And I did a live stream. I'm not going to really be putting vlogs together. I do have a little footage recorded of a very important 100-day post-death ceremony at the temple here in Palau. So I want to bring that to you and kind of explain to you how that works in the Buddhist culture 100 days after a loved one has passed away. So I've got some footage, but other than that, I'm just going to try to bring you a live stream once in a while, keep you guys updated, not doing a whole lot on social media. The open mic, Banchan business, we're still planning on doing on that, but we got our trip to America coming up in a couple of months, right? So we just postponed everything. We've been feeding friends, perfecting recipes, changing things. We just had a party the other night. You saw the other live stream with brought 3 slabs of ribs. We also did baked potatoes. And then my good friends did a prime rib, smoked prime rib. And the whole thing was amazing, but the ribs are improved over the first batch, in my opinion, with the rub change and a little bit of different flavoring of the wood smoke changed as well. So these are the little things, you know, you cook it off, you do all your samples, you guinea pig your friends and get various feedback, and then I make little changes to everything. The wood smoke flavor is critical, right? I want to do a 3 wood combination, but I may scale it down to 2 because that's what I did on the last one. I just used 1 fruit tree and then hickory from the United States, hickory chips, right? And I really like that smoke flavor. The rub changed. I had it a little bit spicy, so I toned it down just a little bit. And then the barbecue sauce. Oh, wow. The first barbecue batch was good, but I've got an 88-year-old aunt, born and bred in Kansas City, right? Daughter of my grandfather. And, you know, she had these old recipes of Kansas City barbecue sauce, right? Back when Rosedale Barbecue started up, and then you got the Gates family and all this competition of barbecue in Kansas City set in. A lot of people already had their homemade recipes of barbecue sauce. So Now I've done the second batch. Actually, it's a third batch, to be honest with you. So I did one, and I did a second one. Now I've tweaked it, and oh my God, took it to the party the other night. He said it was better than KC Masterpiece. Okay, so it's in that vein, tomato based, with a sweet, thick, but still spicy, and the vinegar in there too. So I think we're good to go. So that, as far as the business, and the pump just kicked on, which means now I'm getting away. But as far as the business, we've already done a lot, right? We've got equipment, we've got a $800 smoker, we've got a vacuum sealer, we've got a lot of stuff. So but we're gonna wait till we get back from the States to worry about food sales, right? So we do still have a lot of meat that we're cooking. I'm brining 2 15-pound hams right now. We're live, baby. You want to say hello? You don't have to come in front of the camera. They can hear you right till the pump goes off. Beautiful Nam Yin just woke up. She doesn't think she looks beautiful when she first wakes up. All natural. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you, water. I love our big tank component, by the way. But anyway, guys, what else? That's it on the open mic. I already discussed that. Kind of update you guys. We still have the open mic Facebook page, right? Rated excellent on Meta Business, even though we're not active on there right now. Your health determines what you can or can't do, right? And you get blindsided by shit. And look, I know a lot of you that are listening have tremendous underlying chronic conditions, right? Especially as we get older. I'll be 60 this September, so like I say, 12 years ago, my life completely changed. I was relatively healthy, although I had a weak immune system most of my life due to my hospitalization during active duty in the United States Army. So I did have some problems, but nothing severe, right? So I ended up getting this diagnosis after a rapid onset of neuropathy, and I was at one time using the forearm crutches to get around. So, and the doctor's prognosis was not good. So my autoimmune disease is similar to MS, multiple sclerosis, but we don't get the lesions on the brain. And I'm predominant sensory, which means sensory nerve pain more than motor. MS get a motor in their wheelchair bound most of the time in the latter stages or even early stages of MS. So what I have is a cousin to that. Okay, so you can't cure an autoimmune disease. They don't know the causation of any autoimmune disease. But anyway, I can live with that. That's why I'm in Thailand. So I came to Thailand. I needed a tropical country. Winters are horrible. At least in the summer all year long, you can stay active, right? And all this preventative stuff. So anyway, you want to come say hello? And I'm going to give them a tour of the yard. It's finished now. Come say hello. It's okay. They can still hear. Good morning, beautiful. How was your
Good morning. สวัสดีค่ะ
Come on back a little bit.
I just wake up.
Wake up.
Right.
So this has been the caretaker, the gardener, the yard maintenance, taking care of our kids. She's been doing mostly everything because I was pretty in rough shape. February's just a blur. I missed the Super Bowl. I missed Valentine's Day. But anyway, guys. All right, baby. I'm gonna work out a little bit, and I'm gonna show them around. I worked in the garden a little bit this morning. I didn't start cutting the grass yet. So I'm glad to be back and helping her. She was doing it all. Let me check the screen real quick, make sure we're still good. We should be. Yeah, we're still good. Tyron, good morning. Tyron says, good morning, young lady. And we got, I saw that account in there, the SEO expert. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, yeah, we're live. Okay, we're good. All right, guys, so I'm going to do just a little bit of feedback for you, and then I'll show you around. Hey, Triple T says, Johnny, I can't see your last name that well. I'll catch you here in a minute. I think it was Johnny. It may have been Jeremy. But I'll catch up with your chat in just a second, man. A little blood and sweat this morning. So my routine is, I'm like an old man. I go to bed 8 or 9 o'clock. I'm up 3, 4 a.m. and a couple of shots of coffee and then juice, water, avocado oil pills. I'm taking avocado oil pills. I'm doing turmeric drinks. I'm doing cinnamon and lemon drinks. And then I just basically go to water, drink a lot of orange juice. Shout out to Uncle Bill. Gave me some amazing orange juice that he buys right up here at the local Lotus. It's a vendor outside of the cashier station. But this is the most amazing orange juice I've ever had. I mean, it's amazing. It's big bottles, and you could mix another bottle of water with it, and it would still be thick. That's how concentrated it is. Zero sugar, all natural. It's actually got chunks of orange in it. I think it's mandarin orange, the small ones, but it's amazing. It's a Thai product. So, shooting myself up with vitamin C. I can't do vitamin B's too much for those of you that have neuropathy. You probably understand that. If you've got diabetic neuropathy or motor neuropathy, whatever, you got to be careful with your B12s because B12 is kind of, meant to enhance that. But if you've already got nerve damage, sometimes it can increase your pain levels. So mainly vitamin C, of course, natural vitamin D from the sun, healthy diet. I think a lot of you have seen the salads that I eat every morning. That's pretty much what I eat for breakfast every day. Maybe some fried fish to go with it, but really cut down on the carbs. But I got to have the carbs now that I'm starting my workout. I gotta get some carbs, right? But anyway, guys, I've already had a pretty good workout with the gloves on and stuff. And like I say, that's real blood. But I'm gonna give you a tour here in just a second, so don't go away. Love my new boxing shoes. I don't have them on right now because I've been gardening too. So I only wear the boxing shoes when this is all I'm doing. So I've been out doing yard work this morning and trimming things up. So these are just some really nice tennis shoes. But the boxing shoes are incredible. But I just want to, I got a lot of people that sent me private messages, emails of concern, and they like the inspiration. We started the resolution last year. I lost a lot of weight. I went from 92 down to 85 kilos, so we're doing really well. But, I don't like to do a lot of social media when things aren't too good, right? And I took a big nosedive in early February with my health, and now I'm bouncing back. So, the fact that I can show people, hey, this is what I'm doing. A lot of people are not into boxing, but you can create your own little thing, right? I've also got the good ladder here, right? Very strong. I can do body pull-ups. I've got the stretch handles here, which is really important for a boxer that you're twisting on your toes, right? Really getting that spin. So when you decide to take somebody out, it's just al naturel, right? Your foot comes up, your weight, right? You want that. Every time you see Mike Tyson knock a guy out, watch it, right? Yeah, he used his pivot foot. His left hook was his big one, although he knocked a lot of guys out with his right hand too. But you'll see him pivot with his right, and then left comes off. That means all of his weight is in that left, right? So, but these are nice too. I started with some cheap ones, and I always recommend for those of you in Thailand, always buy premium. Never try to save money. Always buy premium brand, regardless. The last. So I've got some premiums now, right? These are really stiff, so this is going to get my wings back and help me work that stomach off. I've got them hung in two different positions, so I can do curls with these, right? And I can also do the pull up, right? Either way, right? And I really like to wrestle that thing. Look, I don't have to wait till I get a little better shape. But once I get really better shape, me and that thing's going to be going some heavy rounds. Right now, I'm lucky if I can get through a 3-minute round with the heavy. But I hope what little bit I can do is inspiring to others, to start back. If you're feeling sick, you got chronic pain, chronic fatigue, and that can bring in depression because you feel like a lump, right, on a log. You're lazy. Feeling bad about myself because my wife has to take care of everything, and right? Everybody's been through this, some more than others. So that's all I'm doing with these live streams right now. I'm missing that. All right, let's take a tour. Whew. Good morning, everyone. Well, we got 8 people watching. A little ramble there for the first 20 minutes of the live stream. Johnny Eskeldson. Johnny, welcome. Ling, thanks for stopping by. A lot of good people follow this channel. We're not a big channel by any means. Well, welcome, Johnny. Tyron's in the house, and there's that channel monetization video SEO promotion expert. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. I don't remember seeing that account before, but thanks for joining. Thanks, Tyron. So yeah, you know, we don't set this stuff up too much in advance. We don't worry about, you know, having 200 people sitting there ready to go and watch our live stream so that we get pumped into the algorithms and all that jazz. We're just a hobby YouTube channel here. So we, you know, we're not trying to make money or anything. Channel is monetized because that does help get some push into the new viewership, right? We always like getting new people to click on. So, but whether you're subscribed or not, Jimmy Crack Corn, and we don't care. It's kind of my old saying. So don't worry about subscribe, like, comment, share, all that. We're just kind of showing people real expat life. What I consider to be real expat life may not be what everybody's ideal real expat life, but lived in Thailand now for full 9 years. It'll be a full decade. October of this year will mark the beginning of the 10th year. So anyway, this is my wife and I's rental home. We have a 2-year contract that'll run out at the end of this year. We kind of planned when we rented it to potentially buy it, but the price is a little out of our range because it's more house than we need. But that's still up in the air. And when Nam Yen and I get back from our trip to the United States, we'll kind of start making offers and looking around at other stuff too. But the main thing that we rented this property for was the yard space and the garage space. Lived in a lot of nice places in Thailand in the last 9 years. Never had a bad place. But this is the first one where I feel like more United States, where I can stretch my feet. I've got a big yard to entertain friends and stuff for parties, and of course for the dogs. It's not quite a full rye of land, but it's pretty good size. And you know, we've added these custom awnings and stuff to kind of make a lot of outdoor living area. And that's what we do. We literally only run air conditioning in our master bedroom on the top floor. It's a 4 level and what we call a quad split. So you have the first level, which is only the dining room and kitchen. Go up 4 steps to the living room. Go up another 12 steps to the 2 guest rooms. Go up another 8 steps into the master. So it's a well-built house. These are around 30 years old. Okay, built back in the 90s. But we enjoy it real well, and our rent's $25,000 about a month. So at the current conversion, I think that's like around $600 US, right? So that's not a whole lot of rent for your cost of living. But like I say, we'll be here 2 years this December, and we've really enjoyed the yard space. There wasn't much here, but we've done a lot. But we've made the decision that we're not going to do anything more than what we've already done. We've got a nice little garden area. We've got some fruit trees and stuff. So we got it exactly the way we want it. We probably won't buy another potted plant, another anything, because there's a possibility that we will end up buying something else, because we literally do not need this much house, right? This house is 3,500 square foot, so that's interior. So, you know, when we get ready to buy, we're definitely going to sharpen our pencil and look at a lot of different properties, right? But we're really happy with this. We really like it. For the rental, and we still might buy, but we're not going to make that determination until we get back from the States. I just want to give you guys a tour. When I went live, I tried to make sure the Wi-Fi was off and that we're on the hotspot here on the AIS mobile data plan, which I have a lot of gigabytes because I haven't been live much mobile hotspot. Let me check that real quick. Yeah, we should still be okay, but if I hook to the Wi-Fi here at the house, the router is inside the living room, so if I walk around the yard, we usually get a lot of buffering. So if you guys see any buffering, just drop the word buffering. Thanks for the comment to Johnny there, Tyron. Appreciate it. Yeah, Johnny, we got a lot of good people here. The people you see with the spanner, the blue spanner, have been following the channel for, oh my God, 4 or 5 years, right? But Johnny, if you're not aware, I don't consider myself a vlogger or a YouTuber. I'm just an expat with a YouTube channel. Most of the content is always focused on something here in Thailand, rather than pointed at me walking around giving you all of my expert opinion on everything in Thailand, right? I'm kind of an assimilated expat, taught English here part-time for 5 years, right? And the last time I taught English was the most cush job an English teacher could hope to get here in Thailand, in my opinion. It was the Royal Thai Army Academy, Chulasum Clow in Nakhon Nayok, and it's a great 2 years working for them, and I made a lot of contacts. The officers in the Royal Thai Army and a lot of my graduated cadets have went on to be, I've got one that's a captain now, and Special Forces, and went to Fort Bragg and graduated Ranger School with the Americans too after his Ranger School here in Thailand. So I've got a lot of cadets on the personal line app. Call me their American father, and then of course I still communicate with the English language department supervisor, Colonel Noong, up in Nakhon Nayok, and still do some consultation with them and stuff. When the whole COVID thing came down, we were in the middle of implementing an all American standard curriculum instead of having a mixed bag of English and American English. So British English, much different, right? So they went to all American standard, and we had a team coming in from Houston, Texas. That's all they do is travel the world and implement American standard in English second language schools, right? So all that got canceled, but we finally, post-COVID got all that pretty much established. So I'm still in communication with them, not technically working for them, but the dean of the academy is the three-star general. He's the commander of the entire infantry division of the Royal Thai Army. So he's still my boss in a lot of ways. So it was a great job. And I started out at a government high school up in Isan, where my wife is from, up in Northeast, in a province called Nong Bua Lampu. And I taught sophomore, juniors, and seniors, and that was also a non-textbook English conversational class. That's all I've ever taught is conversational, suntana. And I created all the curriculum. We do a lot of PowerPoint presentations. So think of it like a speech and drama class in a second language. That's basically what we did. Well, welcome to our village. We call it Veterans Village. I think we've got 6 United States military veterans in our village here on our street. It's a dead-end road, so it's a nice, quiet village. A lot of content on the channel. If you're new and you just happen to tune into this Thailand live stream, a lot of content. We had a big event for a local orphanage here on Christmas Eve. So if you'd like to go back and check some of the video uploads, you'll be able to see a lot of the property here and how we use it, because we do have the business here. Right now, business stuff is just temporarily on hold, other than, like I said, perfecting recipes and using our friends as guinea pigs and all that kind of stuff. And then when we get back from the States, we got some big decisions to make on purchasing. Nam Yen will have a big fat deposit. She's got great credit with the bank. Pretty much everything we own is in her name and paid for. My big motorcycle. We've got 3 other motorcycles. So I got the big 900, Kawasaki Vulcan. Everything's in her name. We got the brand new Honda Giorno, we got her Scoopy, and then we got a Honda Click that's got real low mileage on it, and then we got the Toyota Hilux Revo truck out here. It's a smart cab, not the quad cab. Smart cab with a bench seat in the back, right? So, yeah, she's paid a lot of bills and always on time, and she's got deposits into her individual account every month, right, for years that show her income in relation to the business and stuff like that. So we should be good to go with a big healthy deposit. And our price range, we really liked about $120,000 to $180,000, something like that when we make a purchase. So you're looking around 4 million baht in Thai currency, 4 or 5 million baht kind of max. This house might be worth more than that to the homeowner that currently owns it, but when we get ready to make an offer, we'll see about that one too, because we do like it. We do like the village. We like the Bonchang area, but Bonchang is probably the most expensive area of Rayong province itself, and Rayong province is huge, guys. It's huge, right? With a lot of shoreline, right? But Bonchang is the most expensive, I think, because we have the Utapao International Airport right here in Bonchang. A lot of people refer to it as the Pattaya Airport, but it's actually called Utapao Rayong / Pattaya International Airport. It's in the Bonchang district, right? And then we got the brand new motorway that connects Bonchang to Bangkok, right? So it makes sense that this side of the province, right, the north side or the west side of Rayong, however you want to look at it, it's kind of a northwest trip through here, is the most expensive. It borders Chonburi, you got Pattaya City, and like I say, close to Bangkok. Where you get into the city of Rayong, which is another 40-minute drive from here, right, just to the city center. which is a nice city, about 250,000 people, right? Not a tourist town. We like Rayong City a lot. The the property, the buyer's market's much better. You know, the property values are quite a bit lower. So we're going to leave our options open. We'll really do our homework and shop around, do a lot of comparison prices. The main thing is we want about this much land. We don't want much more than this, right? It's enough to take care of. So let me see if I can walk around here and get a little bit more feel for those of you that haven't seen the garden. But you can see we've got two terraces. The front one off, and my wife uses this spare bedroom also as a Buddha room. So she's got her prayer room and everything up there where she does her chants and all that stuff. And then it's got planters. She's got lemongrass and herbs and stuff. We got a storage building up there. Get a little higher view. There we go. That's a storage building that's got the hinge on it there, right? And man, I'm so grateful to have that thing. I think it's stuffed full, electronics and everything else, nice and dry. Got a raised floor, heavy duty ceramic tile roofing. But again, you're looking at 30 years old. So when you buy a place like this, you know you're going to have maintenance. You know you're going to end up spending money, right? Because it's not like everything's been maintained. You know what I'm saying? But it's a solid house. I mean, the foundation, solid, no cracks. You know, so as far as structurally, you know, even though it's 30 years old, it's as strong as a new one. But anyway, and then you've got the big back deck. You see the just not the ceramic roofing, but just the slanted metal roofing up there. It's kind of a fiberglass mesh kind of roofing, actually. That's a big back deck, which faces the ocean, so you get those south breezes off the Gulf Coast. That is an amazing deck out there on the second bedroom. And like I say, the top level is our master bedroom only. So really well designed. Tyron, we'll see if we start buffering as I get out here towards the garden. Just let me know, because a lot of times I don't see it on my end. And for all of you that don't know, during the dry season, which started back about mid-November last year, literally the rain just turns off. I mean, you might get a little rain, you know, through December, January, but not likely. And then, so you're looking at a good 4 to 5 months of dry weather. Well, there's a burn ban on, basically. Now, we've just now started getting a little bit of rain, so we've let the grass come up and get some seed, right? We got mixed Bermuda, mostly Bermuda, some fescue. We've tried to get rid of a lot of the crabgrass and weeds, but we still got a ways to go on that. But this here that you're seeing, all these trimmings that we're not using for mulch, we'll use some of it for mulch yet, but that's the reason we haven't burned anything off. You're literally not supposed to burn during dry season, right? You've already got really hazy, polluted air, right? So, but soon, another rain or two, right? And after the Thai New Year song going on, after mid-April, we'll have a bonfire party, right? Have some friends over, and we'll start burning up some stuff. But you know, just this much yard allows me to do what I like to do, which I've always been a gardener. Even when I lived in the city, I like to have a little fruit and vegetable garden, right? So far so good on the buffering run. Like I say, sometimes the Wi-Fi will try to kick back on automatically. You know how that works when you're starting out on your data plan. Yeah, we love that truck, man. We bought it brand new in 2018. I think it was 720,000 baht, which is an amazing price. It's a 6-speed manual transmission, so it's only for me to drive. But I've always had a manual transmission in every pickup truck since I was a kid, so I like to have that control. But I'm not a city guy in Thailand, so driving in the city sucks when you got a 6-speed manual. But down here in Ban Chong, it's really nice to get around. But yeah, still got low mileage, man. I think like 30,000 kilometers on it is all, Ron, since 2018. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Low mileage, right? It's a great truck. Great truck. You know, I want one for hauling stuff and for fishing, and Nami and I going to the beach and hauling dogs, right? That's what I want it for. So far so good. No buffering. Looks good. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I apologize if I'm not following the chat, if anybody's had a question or anything, but Tyron's there. He knows a lot of answers. Who cuts the grass? Ed, we cut our own grass, brother. Come check this out. Now, in Thailand, you got to buy premium regardless. Don't buy anything that's not premium. We still got a little dog crap this morning I haven't raked up. We rake up every day, right? But this is our mower, Ed. And believe it or not, this cost me $900. Yeah, expensive. And it's not even self-propelled. course, I don't really need that. I've got real flat ground out here, but see, it's a Royale. It's got the Honda motor on it, right? It's got a nice solid bagging system, so it's all rear blown. It's a really, really good mower, Ed. So mowing the grass is not a problem at all. Now, I've been sick, Ed, for about a month and a half. I haven't been myself, so the trimming, you know, Nam Yen's been doing everything she can. Sometimes we hire a man that comes with a big, powerful weed eater, right, and let him do all the trimming around the perimeter. But as far as keeping the grass cut, sir, I mean, it's just good exercise for me. Nam Yen's been doing most of it. It's just like having a walker, right? Pushing it around. It's not a heavy mower. The engine is fantastic. The blade hasn't went dull on us. You know, we take good care of it. And then that bagger is amazing because we can take all those fresh clippings, and I mean, it clips it into really small clippings, right? And so we use that grass mulch in the garden and around the trees and stuff, right? This is a lemon tree. We've got lime there. We've got some mango. Everything you see, we planted. We planted all these banana trees. So we moved in here December 2022. So, and these were just little starter bananas. So we've got all kinds of bananas coming on. We haven't made our first harvest yet. I propped this one up because it wasn't really that big of a stalk, right? It's not that big of a stalk yet, and so I didn't want it to fall over. And this one will be the first one that we harvest. And I was asking Nam Yen, do we let them get a little bit of yellow color, right, before we harvest? I mean, I'm not a third world banana country guy. I come from Kansas City. We don't grow bananas, but yeah, you know, it's amazing how fast things grow in Thailand. I mean, you can start with an empty lot and have a botanical garden within no time. And then this one over here just came on, and the first thing she does is cut the banana flowers. And there's different ways that she cooks. She uses all that banana flour, guys. So you can use it like as a substitute for bean sprouts in a cold salad, right? So there's some of the pollen things kind of deals. Of course, ants love them too. And then there's other parts of it, like the yolk of it, that she uses in cooking, and it's only in certain Thai recipes, right? So she makes use of these banana flowers. So she'll take that off her soon. This one doesn't have a whole lot of bananas, but anyway, it's kind of cool. But yeah, you can see, Ed, that, you know, because I've been sick, normally, we've just got a rechargeable battery trimmer, right? And as long as we're keeping up with it, we keep everything trimmed around the edges ourselves, just with that little lightweight. I don't even have a gasoline powered weed eater, right? But good question, Ed. Yeah, we do all the mowing, and you know, we've got some golf putting over here in the heavy Bermuda, and man, when that stuff is trimmed, I mean, it's as good or better than any golf course. We really come a long ways, you know. But the mower is the key thing, man. Keeping it mowed low. Now I've got horseshoe pits built in, but then I got sick, so what I'm going to do is I got a bed of sand on both ends. It's right here, right? But what I intended to do is get the first bed of sand and let it get rained on and settled, and then put a heavy plastic, right, over the top of it, like heavy tarping, and then another sand. But I've got the backboards and the sideboards and everything for the horseshoe pits exactly 40 feet apart. And then these are all of our old canopies at the open mic Pala, right? So we had all those moved and mounted on our exterior wall out here. So we've got an amazing storage area. We haven't had to sell any of our furniture or bar stools or anything, right? So Nam Yen and I were working all day yesterday, rearranging. Got another section here. We're getting ready to cover this section up with another big tarp, right? Because you do get birds and stuff come inside, right? So we've got a lot of storage underneath here, and it's really nice. I'm standing up. This is full headroom in here. And other than a little bit of drippage along the wall, because it's not sealed, it's dry. So it's kind of nice. We've got a lot of extra cooking equipment, you know, lawn chairs. Like I said, we still got all of our bar stools, restaurant chairs. There's our bicycles in there. We haven't been cycling or anything too much. And then, of course, starts with dog kennels, right? So we got 3 dog kennels here. We got another dog kennel in the backyard. So the main reason we rented this place, a lot of you guys have been following the channel for a long time, was to rescue Triple D, to be honest with you. We needed a place for the dogs, right? We need to be able to separate dogs. And there's a scissor tail right there getting a drink. So bird bath right in there's a beautiful scissortail. You can see it. We love birds. I mean, yeah, you have to deal with the bird crap that goes with it, but there she goes. We get a lot of tropical birds. But anyway, we'll be burning here after we get a little bit more rain. Like I say, I like to let the grass seed out. I told Nam Yen, don't cut too much after that rain. I'm like, let it grow up and get those seed tops on it, right? But anyway, let me give you a look at the garden here real quick. Seen the fruit trees. This is mangosteen here. So my ideal was, even after these trees are taller, and of course we'll trim all the bottom ones after they get really established, right? We'll trim all the bottom limbs there, right? And they have a little grove in between the fruit trees and the bananas. And of course the stalks, you can cut those down and you know, you get new sprouts. So bananas are really easy once you get them established. You don't have to let those continue to grow. Once you harvest, you pretty much cut that stalk down. So, you know, nice little shaded area once these trees get up. And then the garden is just a, you know, a simple fence, mostly bamboo and wire, and, you know, nothing fancy, just to keep the dogs out, right? And I haven't been maintaining the garden for quite a while at all. So Nam Yen's been doing most of it. And it's kind of nice. Let's see if we can. Looks like so far so good, Ron, on the buffering. So here's the other horseshoe pit. Let me see, it's got a good base of sand, right? I think I've got about 5 bags, the huge bags, right? It's that fine playground sand. So get that established, then put the mat down, put the boards back on, and then do another layer of sand. Be good to go. But like I say, we pretty much put everything on hold till we get back from the States. Do you hear that songbird? That's a racket bird. There it is. That's what's called a racket bird. They can mimic other birds. The Thai flag, I couldn't get the larger premium quality, so it's already getting tattered. The American flag's larger and premium. I'm gonna have to find a good flag shop and replace the Thai flag, because we've had a lot of good wind this dry season, which has kept the air pollution here in Rayong to a minimum compared to a lot of the areas. Yeah, that's a racket bird. Anyway, let's go through the gate here. There was nothing here, right? We did all this, the fencing, everything. There was nothing here. There was no banana trees. There was nothing but crabgrass. There was these hedge bushes, right, along the perimeter, but that's it. Nothing else was here. Everything you see, we planted. These are the small coconut, what you call nam home. Yeah, nam home, which means good smell. It's the small ones. Oh, they're amazing. So we got 2 of those. This is a chandelier flower, a big chandelier yellow flower. And I think she's got another mango over there. But pretty much everything you see, we've planted, right? So I put in a little trellis here, and she's got climbers. She's got 4 varieties of climbers, so they're all going to fill in. And like I said, I just put a little temporary gate on here, nothing fancy, just rudimentary, right? Just to keep the dogs out. That's basically the only reason the fence is there, to keep the dogs out. But we did well. Now it's rainy season coming, so we're going to let a lot of stuff finish off. These tomatoes are pretty much finished. I'll be taking those out pretty soon. You know, I didn't have a great luck with aromas, but I mean, they got tall. This is, you know, me reaching all the way up here. So we had some nice plants, and I cut all the suckers. We harvested a lot of tomatoes. But now we're down to the bare minimum. We still got some okra, we got lemongrass, and all different kinds of herbs and peppers and stuff. So we still got stuff going on, right? But nothing big at this point, because rainy season's fixing to set in. So yeah, it looks good, no buffering. We've been streaming for 44 minutes, so we'll probably close it out about the hour, guys. Lots of different styles of eggplant in Thailand. These are the long purple ones. So you can see we got some harvesting to do there. Right? The eggplants do really well. I like the long green ones too. And then we got the round version. This one I just planted here a while back. These are the larger Thai chilies, the large ones. They're supposed to actually get finger size. It's still very, very young. It grew really fast. So yeah, we've got a lot of the smaller ones, which the smaller ones I think are spicier. with a lot of flavor, but these giant finger size, once that gets mature, it'll be the big red ones. A little different than these, right? See these little small ones? But these things now, they got some flavor and some fire. And anyway, been cutting a little okra. Oh my God, I got okra to cut. Okra does amazing here in Thailand. Geez, that one's huge. That's already gotten too tough. Like I say, guys, I've been kind of derelict in my duties of keeping up with things. Like I say, we got lemongrass, all different kinds of basil. There's a purple, right? Here's the standard Proctor Powell one. That is kanom. This is a sweet thing where you cut these leaves and boil them in water. And it makes like a sweet, natural sweet without the, it's not a sugar cane product, but it's, yeah. Anyway, you can use it in certain recipes too. This is just a wild vine. And when this stuff dies, I use it all for mulch because it's full of vitamins. It gets little tomato looking things on it that the birds love. We had some amazing Thai kind of pole bean kind of things where you eat the pods and all. That thing really produced like crazy, but it's since finished. Say we pretty much stopped watering after the long dry season. But yeah, we still got it going on. But yeah, these are getting ready to come out. We did harvest a lot, but I tell you what, guys, kind of disappointed in how difficult it is to grow tomatoes in Thailand. And where I come from in the Midwest, we grow the big, beautiful beefsteak sandwich tomatoes, all kinds of different styles and flavors. Our aromas are amazing, and it's not hard work to grow tomatoes where I'm from. Here, it's hard work, I'm telling you. So I don't know that I'll really do that again. I like doing the cherry tomatoes. They're not too. This one's not too old, so it's not been. Oh, gimbal. This one here is a relatively new one, so we'll see what happens. It's got some blooms on it and stuff, but yeah. But right now it's kind of transition, right? So a lot of this I'll just be bringing grass mulch in here. We'll be doing, you cut the grass every week once the rainy season starts. So we get a lot of grass mulch on top of the cardboard. And then before we plant again, we will till everything under. Here's the round eggplants. These are amazing, fried or in soups, or there's a lot of Thai dishes where you put this in with other vegetables and meat, and then you put it over rice, right? This thing, if anybody watched the last garden video, which has been a while back, is just a little bitty plant. This thing has produced so much, guys. I mean, it's amazing how well eggplants grow in Thailand. I mean, they just produce so much volume, you know what I mean? Whether it be the long green ones or the round ones or the long purple ones. And I love eggplant. Anyway, more lemongrass. And then back here, we finished up some cherry tomatoes already. So, like I say, it'll just wait. We're not doing any replanting. I got one more cherry tomato going here. And you can see it's not bad, right? Not bad at all. Birds get a few, right? But cherry tomatoes are delicious and pretty easy here in Thailand for the cherries. Not bad at all. But we're just doing minimal stuff. Like I say, kind of a change in plan. I was probably thinking a little bit too big on the open mic, bed and breakfast, and other things that we'd like to do because we are not the landowners. And when you have to communicate with a landowner that's very elderly and lives in Bangkok, and they're not sure what you want to do on their property, and you got to get permission from the landowner for new licensing and stuff. We still have our licensing for food and beverage and restaurant and all that, so we can still do catered events, and we can still do all of our food preparation and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah, I just really don't want to get deep into the business until my wife's name is on the land in the deed to the property, right? Which we'd already planned next year for sure. We're gonna buy. We'll either buy this or buy something else. But that's kind of one of the big snafus. You got to deal with these Thai landowners, and I'm not criticizing or anything. I mean, it's their property, right? But when you apply for licensing, such as like a bed and breakfast, or you want to renew your alcohol and tobacco license, like there's certain things that you got to keep redoing. So when we have to change the address from here to the other location we were at with the open mic Pala, which we had the consent of the owner there, right? For alcohol and tobacco and whatever we wanted to do kind of thing. So, but when you change address now, when you go get your licensing updated, you've got to get the landowner, right, on the warranty deed, the person that's registered with the land office, right? You got to get them to sign off any kind of a business license that they're giving you permission to conduct this business on their property, right? So I was thinking a little bit too big, and whoa, hang on a second, guys. Reboot the gimbal. So you know what I mean? You live and learn. I don't know a lot of things, right? There's a lot of things that I don't know until after the fact. I'm like, oh, because the lady that owns the property lives in Bangkok. Her son lives here, and he's probably in his 40s, and he was totally cool with whatever we wanted to do. But then she's the one that's got to sign, right? So we got more herbs over here too. I wanted to show you. There's a voluntary corn to come up. But yeah, those tomatoes are fixing to taken out, and we'll till it all under and keep our herbs and stuff going through the rainy season, and that's probably about it. But anyway, hopefully we got a decent tour of the garden there so people get an idea. You know, that's really rescuing Triple D and having a very sufficient place for doggies and being able to stretch our feet, have a yard and a garden. That's kind of the main reason we rented it. And I don't think 25,000 baht a month is high at all for rent on this place. I mean, like I say, we can still conduct business here, no problem. If I hadn't been feeling bad, I could have smoked, 40 slabs of ribs and had them sold by now. I mean, there's nothing, nothing wrong with that, right? We added this tarp here, so, I mean, it's not like we're completely limited as to what we can do just because this is a rental property. But when it comes to future investment and what do you really want to do as far as business for your wife here in Thailand and all that stuff. Ohio Squire in the house. Hey, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Sorry I haven't been following the chat, but I just revamped this whole garage yesterday. I got up at 3 a.m. yesterday, and we've been getting some mice because we had some cardboard and some things stored on the concrete slab here, right? Down. And so I've learned because I had to spend 3,000 baht on my Vulcan, because you know what happened while I wasn't riding because I was sick. Mouse got up there under the tank on top of some of the electric and made a nest and ate through some of my wiring. So I had fuel injection, caution lights, and shit coming on. I'm like, oh my God. So thanks to my man Noong up here at Noong Racing Oil, does all my work. Yeah, it was only 3,000 baht. I didn't have to go to the Kawasaki big bike dealer in Rayong City. I got a local guy right here that took care of it for him. But anyway, the point of the matter is when you got a garage, and you're thinking business and catering events, and we had the orphanage, breakfast and luncheon, and well, it's all great too, but then you get shit stored everywhere, and it creates problems with mice and other rodents, right? So I went in here yesterday and cleared everything, cleaned it all. We've got a good air blower for a broom, right? So as long as you don't have anything directly on the floor, you can keep it clean, and there's no cardboard. All the cardboard's been removed, right? And these are dining tables that we can easily unstack and pull out as far as serving people food. So I took everything off this side. We had a whole row of tables over here too. So now it's really easy to get all three motorcycles. And like I say, we've got another motorcycle. We've got it loaned out to a Kuntai friend of ours right now that needed it. But it's like a 3-year-old Honda Click, but it's like less than 5,000 kilometers. It's almost brand new. So, now we can get all the motorcycles in there, and much easier for my tools, I got a lot of tools. I like to do a lot of my own shit. We got the rechargeable stuff over here. And I mean, I've got socket sets and pliers and grinders and, So anyway, the garage is just simply a garage now. There's our charcoal and, fishing poles and a little bit of sporting equipment, but clean floor, no mice. I don't want to have to pay that money to have my wires repaired again. I think he had to replace a lot of the harnessing, really, to be honest with you. It was quite a job. So anyway, that's that. And we love this front porch too, Can set a lot of bar stools and chairs up here, right? If by the house, this might become like a sound studio actually right here, where I can record musicians, right? Box it in. So we have a really nice property, really, really, really nice. I don't know if you could find a better rental house, at least for what Namian and I wanted. Like I say, it's way more house than we need. But that's the thing about Thailand. You don't usually get this size of a lot with a small house, right? If it's got this big of a corner lot, kind of like this, you're going to have a big ass house to go along with it. So, Anyway, guys, I'll walk you on through, but yeah, this looks completely different than the last time I did any video in here. This is completely organized very well and clean, and yeah. And then I've moved the pool table over and just got a little galleyway now, right? So we're prioritizing just everything's about me and Nam Yen and getting organized, getting set for the trip to the United States. We got a person that's going to be a house sitter for us. And of course, we got all kinds of friends in the village that'll be checking on the dogs and everything too. So we want to get it down to the bare minimum maintenance for whoever's taking care of stuff while we're gone, right? And we'll have everything in the dry and covered up. And that's why we've been working on storage areas out here and getting everything. So that's kind of the tour, walk and talk update of what's going on. And this is our big stove that we had at the open mic. Got a 4-burner top, an amazing oven, big deep oven with 2 racks. It's amazing. So, biscuits and gravy and all that shit. We do a lot of cooking outdoors, right? So anyway, guys, appreciate it. And I've got a lot of solar cell lighting, all the way through. My gym's all lit up, my boxing gym's all lit up at night. When we get the sunshine, we've had so much cloudy weather and smog and air pollution that, yeah, the solar cells haven't been lasting all night, right? Normally they last all night till the next morning, no problem. I don't have to worry about shutting them off or dimming them down at night, right? Anyway, it gives you a good little tour. This is the office, right? Man cave, Triple T. And I got some Kuntai musicians that come over and we sit in here and jam together. I got a little small karaoke system in here and we plug our guitars in and stuff like that. This is the full bath. It's got a corner shower and everything. So it's kind of nice, to have a little office bathroom here. And Nam Yen keeps a lot of my workout clothes in here. So when I get up in the morning and finish my coffee and my turmeric and my cinnamon and lemon drinks and all that good stuff, right? Then I can just come in here and put my workout clothes on and get after it, Get after it. We are the world. I've always been crazy about maps. This thing's kind of nice too, It's just a indoor speed punch workout. What, did I already have it started? Who's that guy? A young, good-looking 17-year-old. Probably need to charge this. There it goes. Oh, it's too fast. Slow down. Okay. You guys got that, right? Got my own water cooler here, of course. Got to stay hydrated. Give you a little tour. A lot of people may not have seen the office. It almost looks like we're zoomed in a little bit. Probably wasn't. And that's as far out as it goes. A lot of the metal tins from the old open mic. Rock and roll. Rock out with your crock out. Got 10 people watching, 7 thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're almost at the hour mark. A little walk and talk. Got my large quantities of mustard up here. And you're going to love this. Got 2 food grade 5-gallon buckets right in yonder in the refrigerator. Each one of them has a 15-pound front shoulder pork ham in there, pork roast that I'm making into hams. So they're in the brine. They'll come out on April the 5th, and then they'll go on racks, right, to get the fatty panel to come up. So you let them dry on a rack a couple days after you rinse all the brine off, and then they'll be going on the smoker. So soon I'll have 2 15-pound smoked hams on the smoker, and that'll just be, divided up between friends and stuff. Like I say, guys, we just put off all the food sales and all that stuff. Hey, Aussie Thai Bangkok in the house, ATB. One of the most interesting men in the world. Ohio Squire says, biscuits and gravy I need. Hey, we got everything, and the original recipe from the open mic, that these are Southern Angel biscuits. Everybody bragged about the open mic B&G, right? So we do a lot of stuff for friends there, Ohio Squire. Just because we ain't doing it for sales, we still got all that. You know what I mean? All the breakfast stuff, including, this kids platter here, right? But our entire breakfast menu, there's nothing to be established. I've got all those recipes. My wife is fully trained. Nina is fully trained, right? So, there's nothing difficult about rebooting our breakfast. We just don't really want to be an open retail business like that. We'd rather do stuff at home and cater have food sales. Like, scale it all down, It's a lot of uncertainty in the world. And you see a lot of businesses here closing, reputable restaurants that have closed up. I mean, it is what it is. You got to read the writing on the wall, right? So it just makes sense to have business at home. A lot of people do that. So if you're not renting, if my wife's name is on this property, unlimited, because you don't have to worry about, it being rated a commercial district or a residential district. In Thailand, you got businesses way back in villages, a bakery or whatever, just somebody converted their house into a business, right? Now, we're not going to convert into an open to the public retail business if we buy this house. But if we buy another property and we've got our house on the back side of the land and we build a little cafe style on the front side of the land, we might go back to a breakfast cafe, Ohio Squire. You know what I mean? But the main thing is what we're reestablishing is something very unique. We're not going to be like smoked meats, like competing with big companies of smoked meats in Thailand. We're going to be specialized. Pork ribs, bacon, right? Smoked bacon, smoked hams, right? Specialized things, just a few, very small, but really, really good, And then the barbecue sauce, right? And then we're going to do some Thai food, smoked, So it's just a really small menu kind of thing, right? And that thing has to shut off automatically, so it wasn't the greatest idea to start there. Now, it's Bluetooth, so I can key it up with other music. I can play my Rocky music or whatever I want when I do that. So you can see the editor studio here. And you see this little clip right here. And we're streaming on the phone, right? Well, I clip the phone in there, and I've got footage on my phone and do a share screen. So even when I'm editing footage off the phone, I'm doing it on the big screen there, on the big monitor. Makes it much easier for old people. You're not squinting and everything. And of course, I got it HDMI into the laptop. And anyway, guys, but yeah, it's a nice little man cave. And let me show you. I don't know if I've ever shown anybody the backyard here, but this is when we rented this house. This was the thing. This was Dan's rescue center. We wanted to keep Dan back here alone and keep him plenty of time. And now, of course, he's integrated with all of our other 3 dogs. Dan has no problem. We still have to keep our Ridgeback, our youngest dog, that's 3 years old now. We have to keep her and our oldest dog separated, the 2 females, because they don't like each other and they like to fight. So this is nice. I just put up some heavy gauge, tall fencing here, right? And mounted some metal posts on both sides. Now, obviously, I could put a walk-through gate here real easy, right? Yeah, but I just haven't yet. So the only entrance to the backyard is through the office. So it's really easy to keep the dogs separated when we need to. But, this is a brand new canopy that we put overhead here. And it also shades, that's the living room. So it shades the southern sun from the living room. So it really cooled the living room off too to have this. So that's a big dry area there, right? It's a big canopy. And this is another canopy that we had installed over the top of Triple D's kennel, right? So this is what really, this is what we were looking for. We didn't need this big a house at all, but we were looking for this kind of yard and something that would be easy to separate. It was all about Triple D, man. I had to get that guy. I'd grown too close to him. And I think you guys that followed all the restaurant when we built the bar, built the stage, created the menu, served breakfast, had live, all copyright music nights from the bar. Like you guys that followed back then knew how attached we became to Dan. And that was why. This is it, right? And now Triple D is as spoiled as he can be. He can have this yard. He can have the front yard. He can have whatever the hell he wants to have. He's a VIP. Back here is where I had the hornets that got a big nest up here unnoticed. I like to die that day, guys. I only got stung like 20 times in the back of the head and the back of the neck. But there was literally hundreds, if not thousands of them that were coming after me. So I ran my ass off, dove into the office, and closed the door behind me, and that's what saved me. Now, I don't have any allergies. If I'd had allergies, I might have been at the hospital just with the 20-something stings, right? These are badass Asian hornets I'm talking about. And anyway, so we've got, local Thai people that we use for a lot of different stuff. So now we have any more problems like that, we know who to call, But this is really nice because it's dry, right? You got this big overhang here, right? And here's our neighbor is a holiday house owned by people in Bangkok. It's only used like maybe 2 or 3 times a year. People come in for a weekend or something. That's kind of nice. So that's but this is really nice breezeway here. You can see Blackie's Blackie's loving it. So Triple D, and they make their own little holes back here, right? So this was you know, this was the start of something. We had a great house that we were already renting. It's only about 2 miles from here. Nice Bali style house, and a lot of you guys saw videos from there, right? Nice upper deck with a view of the lake. I mean, it's really nice. But this is cool, right? So, you know, you see, I just placed that same strong corrugated metal, galvanized metal fencing there. So there's no possible way when we separate dogs can they get out except through the office, right? So anyway, and then it just worked out perfect for me to put some overhead shading in and have my little boxing gym right there. And here's the upper deck for those that come visit. You know, if you're a friend, like a lot of you are, we don't have to be in business to let people stay the night, right? So the whole bed and breakfast thing is still available for friends, you know what I'm saying? There's your spare bedroom, there's your big balcony, right? Got a planter up there, it's got herbs and stuff in it as well. So yeah, you'll have your own bathroom, privacy. So we're looking forward to it. We've already had friends stay the night and stuff. You guys know we don't do videos with friends. We had a big party with a bunch of friends the other night, a going away party. That goes into the living room there. I wasn't about to make video, right? Took some photos and shared it with the guy that was hosting the party. And of course we got CCTV throughout, so we can check on our dogs from anywhere in the world. I mean, we got them throughout, guys. So that's kind of nice to always be able to monitor the dogs. I'll go ahead and close this one off and we'll let Brownie out. But anyway, that's pretty much the full tour, man. Thanks for sticking with the live stream. We were streaming in an hour and 6 minutes. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. Thank you, Tyron, for all the engaging conversation with others. Triple T, Save, Triple D. Yeah, let's go check on him before we close it out. Let me let the asshole out. See, I got me some new Diodaros there. Yeah, I got 2 guitars strung up here, and then, like I say, I got a buddy right down here. You guys might remember my little man at the mom and pop store that I've been giving gifts to and stuff. I teach English up there with local kids. Do a lot of things that I don't do on video, guy. But anyway, he's Tay's father. Tay is my guy that I've given the $20 bill to, and like giving a lot of American history. He's really good English too. But his dad plays a mean guitar, and I want to learn, you know, some of the Thai songs. I'm really improving my Thai. I'm playing the Thai alphabet, or the Thai national anthem on my guitar now, right? So, you know, it's got the small karaoke system here with the microphone. So him and I'll come in here, and, you know, I'll pull up some bar stools and stuff, and we'll just jam. It's not bad. It's not the best acoustics in here, but it's not bad, right? My ideal dream would be to have an actual recording studio for, you know, putting stuff on disc. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. And of course, you know, first and foremost, I'm a father of 4 beautiful girls and 11 wonderful grandchildren. So can't wait for my wife to meet all of them. My youngest one here, Alicia, who is an artist that does all this stuff. She's also an RN. She came and visited, stayed here for 10 days. She's the only one. The other ones still have little children, so it's more difficult for them to travel, but they'll be visiting at some time too. Right? All gave some gave all. Ain't that right, Tyron? All gave some gave all. Hey, save water, guys. Note to self, don't be, what is it? And stay, how many notes? And stay positive for life. You got that right. You can get that. All right, let's let the asshole out. Her name's Brownie, but she answers to asshole because she's as wild as they come. I'm gonna let Brownie out. So this is our most recent rescue. We rescued her from the beaches of Chonburi at Sattahip. Ouch. And that's, you know, her and Blackie have to remain separated. Period. Now, we have been putting the muzzles and harnesses on them and making them get together and smell each other and shit. But yeah, as far as letting them run together, no, not going to happen. Hey, Batman. See how she's got the natural devil ears? Yeah, ridgeback. She's got attitude. Now, she's an intelligent dog. She doesn't cause any problems with anyone else. Her and Jake can play all day long, wrestle, no problem. Same with Triple D, but her and Blackie, nah, not gonna happen. And this is our little seating area out here in my lounge chair, and mine and Yen just sit down here, especially in the evenings because the sun sets over that way. So nice and shaded. As a matter of fact, this house is 2-story, right? So just after noon here, it hits the ridge of the roof, the tallest part, and you begin to shade this whole yard. By 3 o'clock, we got shade all the way to the neighbors. So it's kind of nice. You know, all of the evening hours is full shade. I like being on this side of the road, on the village, on the south side near the coast. So yeah, the reason I moved everything over is all I got coming up is hams for cooking, and they got another till April 5th of brine, and then a couple days of drying after the brine. So we're not doing any more smoking or anything right now. The priority was get the the garage really organized. Got all that done yesterday. So now I'm helping Yen get caught up on garden work and then yard work, and yeah, we'll pretty much make it easy. Like I say, we're not buying any more plants or putting anything more in the garden. Rainy season coming. Songkran, we never travel during Songkran. Very dangerous time to travel during the Thai New Year of April. A lot of drunk people on the road, a lot of water on the road, a lot of people throwing water at you. I mean, I love to enjoy Songkran, but I would never want to travel Thailand during that period. Let me travel around Ban Chong, of course, and I'll bring you guys some video of Ban Chong's parade and all that stuff. Triple D, where are you? Where is he, babe? Triple D loves this area back here. You can see it's all dirt. He likes to get down there. Triple D, I want to close this stream, baby. We got shit to do. But Tinai? Oh, ain't under there, is he? He pretty much does as he pleases. He's got several hiding spots. This is one of his favorites right in here. Right? If he just doesn't want to see anybody, he gets right in under there. Huh? Right in under there. Where is he? Under the pool table? Oh yeah, he likes that. What are you doing, Bob? People want to see you. Big Jake's in great shape, guys. Everything benign on his recent surgeries. And, we just went back and had his blood work done. Everything's perfect. No elevated white count. Looky there. Are you happy? Well, you got your head rested up on, on the center plank of the pool table. You just got to rest your head up there. Yeah, he's an old man. Well, you're right, Tyron. There needed to be this guy needed to be saved, huh? He has such a regal face about him. Say I'm just a regular old wild soy dog. Got to be 10 years old or more. Never had a safe place to stay. People were mean to me. I was scared, lonely, malnourished, stunk. God, when Triple T carried me over here when I was tranquilized, he said he never smelled a dog that stunk so bad as old Triple D. My God, buddy, you was rank. Had to put a dart in you to bring you home. But yeah, he's content as hell. So guys, almost 2 years now. Right? Almost 2 years. And when we come home, he leaves no doubt how much he loves us. I mean, he runs out, gets excited. He's right there with our other dogs. And of course, we come through the gate and we start petting the other three, right? And he's right there like, yeah, I love you guys. And I'm so excited you're home. But then you go try to pet him and he's like, hey, no, none of that. Now, none of that.
Dad.
Now, me and can pet him, but we're just not going to rush that. So he'll be rescued 2 years this November. And we keep asking him, Dan, you've been at home now for 2 years. Are you going to let us pet you? Yeah, you're going to let us love you even more? He says, yeah, maybe after 2 years you can pet me and give me a back scratch, put a collar on me, maybe. But it's whatever you say, huh, Triple D? Whatever you want. All right, guys, thanks for watching, man. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Woo-wee. It's hot now. Lon Mark. They're calling for one of the hottest dry seasons here in Thailand. Well, it's been dry season for a long time, but the peak of the hot season starts in late March and runs through the end of April. So, for you Celsius fans, which that's basically all we go by over here, been up to 45 degrees up in Isan where we used to live. It's weird. The Northeast, the high plains, gets hotter in the summer than anywhere else and colder in the winter than anywhere else. But we've had some, 38, 39 degree Celsius temperatures here pretty regular right now. And you can see the winds are low, right? Flags are barely moving. Winds are low. So it's hot. It's humid. But hopefully we'll start getting the regular rains coming real quick. All right, guys, signing off. Okay, baby, stand up. Whew. Close the live stream out. Say goodbye.
Peace and love to everyone. Thank you,ค่ะ.
All right, guys, you're all up to date. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all the concern. Thank you, Tyron, Ohio Squire, and everyone else. Ed Gilchrist, everyone that stopped by. Sorry I wasn't following chat, but I really want to give a little really thorough update, walk and talk tour this morning, and we'll just close it out with one trip through here so you know that as far as the open mic part, when we do get ready to start selling our food, right, we are set up. So right here when you enter the dining room, right, it's kitchen, right? We got stainless, right? We've got all kinds of equipment. There's my grinder where I grind my fresh spices and everything, right? We've got scales, kilo scales, pound scales. We've got all kinds of equipment in those cabinets over there. So even though it's our little dining area, we've been able to go ahead and discontinue one refrigerator for now, right? So we're saving money by having that one off. We've got our vacuum seal table over here. It's a heavy duty vacuum seal for our meat products, right? We got the high quality premium bags, right, for the vacuum seal. We got the chest freezer here. Got another refrigerator here that's working and a freezer up above, one in the kitchen. So you just walk, don't worry about it. Women never think their house is clean enough to show, right? She's scattering around picking up stuff. Baby, it's fine. So you just walk through the same level all the way to the kitchen itself. We've got a 4-burner stove in there and an oven, right? Another refrigerator, okay? So it's basically kitchen from the minute you come through those doors here, right out of the outdoor, and we've got outdoor gas cooking grills, flat top that we cook all of our bacon sausage on. We got the outdoor big burner for you can make a deep fryer, right? Plus the barbecue and the smoker, right? So you got a lot of outdoor cooking. I've got a lot of my spices and stuff stored out there. So as soon as you come through those doors, boom, you're still in an area where if you were preparing, to let things cool off and then vacuum seal things and put them in the freezer and put labels on them for sale, right? All that kind of stuff. So this is the way we're set up, right? And then it's got all kinds of counter space underneath here, right here, right? Of course, we've got our shoes and the dog there because we're not open for business, but she's got a lot of storage space there and a big bar, right? So a lot of counter area, a lot of places where we could be working multiple things at one time, right? And then, of course, the full kitchen here. Right? A lot of good cabinetry here, a lot of good storage. And then right off of this kitchen, boom, you walk out right into the dry, right? Even if it's raining, and you've got the big stove here, right? Like I say, our flat top gas grill and our big burners and all we got a lot more gas equipment too. And we've got extra bottles, right? Extra gas bottles. So literally, we have cooking equipment all the way around this first level. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely have the capabilities of doing some good food sales here, but it'll all hinge on whether or not we buy the property because we're just not going to get deep. We're not going to get deep into business investment on a property that's not in my wife's name. Just not going to do it. You got to learn these things, and I have learned that. So, all right, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Now you're all caught up. As soon as we get more rain and they lift the burn ban kind of thing, because you can be fined for burning this time of year. I think we could get by with it now that we've had a little bit of rain, but we'd like to wait a little longer, and we'll have some, all that, and then the yard will be back to manicured. And all right, so you got the full tour. Thanks for sticking with it, guys. Peace and love to everyone. Triple T, your humble host, Teacher Thomas Thailand, YouTubing, signing out.